apocalypse.
What is going on, guys? This is your man KleverThumbs, and I'm bringing you another Division 2 build video. Now, in the last video that I did post, a lot of people were asking me what build am I running. I'm just running your regular, ordinary True Patriot build. I don't think I actually have a True Patriot build on my channel, so if you guys are definitely interested in how I run my builds, this is going to be the True Patriot setup that I use. And I'm actually going to show you two True Patriot setups. And one of those actually came from my boy, one of my clanmates, AMB Oreo. He came up with a slight twist idea, which, you know, it's kind of like a win-win, or you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. But let's get right into this build video. But before we do, if you guys are new to this channel, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. That way you guys do know when I do hit that upload button, and you guys do know when I go live. Also, I'm going to drop the Discord link down below, so you guys can definitely stay tuned in there and get a little bit more one-on-one feedback and help. So I will be doing share plays and stuff like that. I'll be helping you guys out. If you guys need to do some Dark Zone, you guys never been to the Dark Zone, I'll definitely take you around for a tour. You can be right here on my right hand side. But let's get right into this build video. So now, as you guys can see, I am running True Patriot, like I said. Firewall, SMG, Pestilence, one-piece Gillo, and one-piece Contractor's gloves. This is pretty basic right here. I'm just going to go over the rundown of the build. Obviously, you do want to run Firewall. I'm going to tell you why, because you guys are going to be using Efficient on this setup that I have right here. So, that is the #1 go-to right now. Firewall and the medkit. Everybody's using that. Might as well, if you can't beat them, join them. So, I'm going to start off with this Vector. I am running the Vector SBR 9mm, which is actually the lowest Vector that you probably want to go with as far as damage. But since you do have True Patriot, True Patriot actually gives you 30% ammo capacity and 30% magazine size. So my little Vector is actually up to 69 because I get one in the chamber. So I have 69 bullets in a Vector doing 1200 RPM with 15% SMG damage, 19% critical hit chance, and 6% damage to armor. Now for the talent, I am running Optimus because I just love Optimus. If you guys haven't noticed, Optimus is my go-to, especially on a fast rate of fire gun. You know, the faster you're shooting, the more damage that you're actually outputting. So it's a little bit of a win-win situation here and there. It depends on you and your playstyle. If you guys don't want to run this Vector, you don't have to. But my secondary, obviously, it's going to be the Pestilence. The Pestilence is really huge and viable whenever you run True Patriot. I don't know what it is about the Pestilence, but I did notice that if I use any other gun besides the Pestilence, my healing isn't all that great with the True Patriot setup. If you guys haven't noticed, this did get nerfed. It used to be 5% healing, but now it's 2 to 3% depending on what pieces you are running, and that's kind of still strong if you're running the Pestilence. Something about the Pestilence and the ticks and the extra damage, I feel like it gives you an extra healing boost, but I could be mistaken. I just feel like the Pestilence and True Patriot are still overpowered, together at least. Could be just a True Patriot though. But these are my stats: 12% LMG damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and 6% damage to armor. And of course, you guys don't know what this does. If you hit somebody with 50 bullets, you pretty much deal 100% weapon damage for 10 seconds, which is pretty awesome. Now, on my next video, I am actually going to be talking about something very specific, but for my sidearm, I am running a Firestarter. This is just, you know, typical 11% damage. It doesn't even matter, to be honest. That's what they say, right? Okay, let's go on to the mask, though. This mask is just a regular mask. You know, the thing about gear sets is it limits you to what you can actually do. There's only so many possible combinations that you can actually make with the gear set because you only get one core attribute and one regular attribute. You know, which is okay because you also do get gear set talents along with the with the set. So, you know, it's like you get some, you lose some. But let's get right into this. This is all basic stuff. Everybody should pretty much be familiar with a setup like this. There's different ways to do it. You can run tank hazard, you can run tank DPS, tank crit, you can run tank armor regen. There's different ways to go. I chose to go critical hit chance and critical hit damage. So I do have 155k armor, 5.5 critical hit chance, and 18.4 incoming repairs. Now you guys are probably going, well, you have efficient. What is incoming repairs doing for you? If you guys did not know, incoming repairs actually boost your incoming heals from your med kit. So I'm actually going to show you this on the testing towards the end of the video, but we're going to continue on. Now for the chest piece, I am running the armadillo vest. 5% total armor is what I get from this gillet piece, and 132k armor, 4.8 critical hit chance, and 8.8 hazard protection, as well as a mod for 18.4 incoming repairs. Now I would go with more critical hit chance. Critical hit damage instead of the hazard protection. That would have been great, but I can't get everything I want. But so we're gonna have to keep farming for a better piece, and meanwhile we're running for the talent on the chest piece is gonna be efficient, as I have said. So using an armor kit has 50% chance to not consume the armor kit. Specialization armor kit bonuses are increased by 100%. So I do have about almost 60% incoming repairs. Not quite, maybe 56. So I'm actually getting like 156% more armor from the med kit than normal. So I'm going to prove that to you guys here shortly. But moving on to the holster. The holster is 121k armor and 11.8 critical hit damage. Now this could obviously be maxed out. I wish it could. I know I haven't gone over the True Patriot brand set, gear set yet, but if you guys aren't familiar with it, I'll go through it real briefly. 30% ammo capacity for 2 pieces. 3 pieces is 30% magazine size, and the 4 piece is what makes this build really awesome. The red, white, and blue flag. Every 2 seconds, enemies you shoot receive a stacking debuff of red, white, and blue. Now the red amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 8%, which is pretty awesome because it's amplified incoming damage. So anybody that's shooting at him is automatically doing 8% more damage, if I'm not mistaken. Now the white flag, shooting an enemy repairs you and your allies' armor by 2% once every second. This is where I'm telling you, if you guys use a pestilence, you will notice that you actually, I feel like you get more than 2% healing, or you get like double healing. I can't really tell. But the blue, it did get nerfed. The white flag did get nerfed from 5% to 2%. So that should tell you how powerful that used to be. The blue decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%. So if you shoot somebody with the blue flag, they're automatically doing 8% less damage. Now the full flag, enemies that die while under the effect of all 3 debuffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. Explosion damage reduced on named enemy deaths. So pretty much you have somebody marked with all 3 flags, and here's what's broken about True Patriot. The absolutely broken part is that if I'm running a hive and I have one last hive left, it could be a healer hive, it could be artificer, it could be whatever the case may be. Whatever skill you're running, if it's on the verge of not being active anymore, then that skill is actually going to explode on you no matter where you're at on the map. If you're standing still and your last charge gets somebody behind you, that hive is somehow attached to your backpack and you cause an explosion. And if you're running next to your teammates will die or take a lot of sustained damage out of a blast that you didn't even know was going to happen. So that's what kind of makes this a little bit broken. If somebody is running a defender Joan and I'm shooting at him with my pestilence and I get all 3 flags on him and his defender Joan manages to pop after I get all 3 flags on him, this guy, his defender Joan is going to blow up on him. He's going to take explosive damage, and so is anybody around him, and by that time I'm still shooting, he's going to die. So True Patriot, I don't have a build that I run like this all the time, so I thought I'd give it a shot again. True Patriot is still really good. It's probably my 3rd day running it in a row. I can see why people still run it. It's not really my go-to, but it is fun. I'm not going to lie, it is fun. 146k armor for the knee pads and 12% critical hit damage. Moving on to the contractor's gloves. Nothing too special. I have 15% weapon damage and 8% damage to armor, along with 4.2 critical hit chance. Now for the backpack, it's just 170k armor, which is max core attribute, 11.3 critical hit damage, and 19.5 incoming repairs. Now if you are running the backpack, you do get this patriotic boost, which increases the red, white, and blue debuff strengths. So your red goes from 8 to 12, your white goes from 2 to 3%, and your blue goes from 8 to 12%. You know, amplified damage is huge. That extra 4% is actually more than just 4% because it's multiplicative. So it's not like you're getting an additional 4%. You're getting like amplified damage, an extra 4% amplified damage, and an extra 1% as far as your healing. But that is pretty much it, the build. Like I have said, this holographic distraction is amazing, man. You drop this thing and you're pretty much invisible. Not literally, but what I mean by that is your nameplate stays on your holographic distraction. So if somebody's shooting at you and you're not even there, and they see you, you know, you're sneaking around and somebody's shooting at you, what's going to show you taking damage is actually your decoy. Wherever you drop your decoy, everybody can see you taking damage only from your decoy. They can't actually see your health bar. They don't see how much armor you have. They don't see anything. It's kind of cool. I've been fooled by it plenty of times, and now I'm using it in my favor. So if you guys definitely want to test this out, go ahead, play around with it. This decoy is actually pretty cool, and it actually stops NPCs from shooting at you because all you have to do is drop it while you're running by, and they will just easily get distracted by it. But everybody knows about the Defender Joan. You know, this thing is helpful. It does 10.6 PvP damage reduction, which is not a lot. It's just, it kind of covers me a little bit to do more damage, enough for me to keep shooting at you with the pestilence and receive a little bit of healing as well as the damage reduction. So sounds like it's pretty well synergized. I do like to run this build, like I said. We're going to get into the stats. I don't have nothing amazing here, but the stats are here. Let's see. We have 48.5 critical hit chance with 90% critical hit damage, pretty much. It's nothing too special. The pestilence is about 25-75, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's nothing spectacular. It's 25-80. If you guys didn't notice in that recent video, I was doing about 110k crits, and I'll tell you exactly why. My buddy Cummins, he was actually running the booster hive for us, which gives you amplified damage. In case you guys did not know, booster hive is awesome. I know it doesn't say it, but let's see if we can find it real quick. A booster hive. The booster hive delivers a stimulant to nearby enemies that increase their weapon damage and handling. So there you go, right there. It's written down. Doesn't say how much, but doesn't say it's amplified either. That might have just been me getting too excited, but it does feel pretty strong. And like I said, he was running the booster hive and he was running opportunistic, so that's also an additional 10% amplified damage. That is how I was hitting so hard. I have even been able to crit up to 130k on the pestilence with only 25 critical hit chance and 980 critical hit damage. But let me show you the stats real quick. As I did tell you, the incoming repairs does help. So I have 56.3 incoming repairs, right? Okay, let's go over here. So with the efficient and the incoming repairs, I should get about 2 armor bars every tick. Yep, see, 3 ticks, I'm back to full health. That is crazy. Efficient, you're a lifesaver. Well, let me go ahead and take off 18.4, 18.4, and 19.5. So now, as you guys can see, I have 0 incoming repairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do damage to self. Go all the way down just a little bit. Now you're gonna see the difference in efficient. There we go. It's not 2 armor bars anymore. Look at that. That's about 5 ticks. That could be deadly if 4 people are focusing you and you don't have that extra tick, that healing tick to save you. So, like I said, guys, incoming repairs does help this build out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back on and show you guys one more time how it looks like with it on. Alright, here we go. Let me go ahead and do damage to self. Oh, don't have a med kit. It's crazy. Let's see. No med kits. Well, I guess I can't show you guys, don't have any med kits, but you guys did see it firsthand. This build is awesome. I love it. This pestilence is truly amazing. And this little vector just fires forever. Just listen to this, man. This thing sounds so soothing. Doesn't sound like it does much damage, to be honest, but it shoots forever. That NPC did blow up, so if that was a player and there's players around him, they pretty much would have been wiped. But holographic Joan is a great distraction. People think that that is you for real. They don't even see you over here. It's not that they don't see you, it's just that you're not identified. The only thing that's identified that is tied to you is this decoy distraction. So definitely, if you guys do like the way I have this set up, like I said, like the video up. I'm gonna show you a different combination that we did come up with in my clan. AMB Oreo did suggest this, and it's pretty much awesome. So what this is pretty much a 4-piece True Patriot. I decided to go with the chest piece for the faster you know, switching of the flags, because it increases red, white, and blue rotation speed to 1.5 seconds instead of 2 seconds. So actually 1.5 seconds faster on getting all 3 flags procced on somebody. But I actually am going to take off this backpack right here, and now the way for me to go on this would actually be Badger Tough and Contractor's Gloves. And if you guys don't know, Versatile is huge in this update. People are sleeping on it, especially with shotguns and SMGs. But for the Versatile on LMGs, it is 10% damage to enemies between 15 and 25 meters, which, you know, I don't like that it has that gap from 0 to 15. I wish it would just say anywhere from 0 to 25, or I don't know. I just feel like if those players aren't in that distance, this is pretty much a waste of Versatile. But the Pestilence still does hella damage without 10%. Just saying, it's a Pestilence. And the shotgun, of course, 572, 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, and 10% damage to targets. That'd cover Optimus. But this is a different way that I did try it out. They actually went with the efficient chest and took off the contractors. Contractors, definitely, I love it. I could probably put efficient here if I really wanted to. You know, put that there and then take this off and put it on True Patriot, which is in my stash. But there's different ways to run True Patriot. I'm sure you guys already know this. This is just my True Patriot setup, one of them. So if you guys definitely like this video, like it up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one.